Hi everyone, welcome to Competitive GAN,
This is the part 20 of
Indian polity MCQ series, and in this part we will cover 50 important MCQ questions and answers. Let's start the session.
question number 1. In which country the concept of public interest litigation was originated? Answer: in United States of America. Next, when was the Citizenship Amendment Act passed? Answer: the Citizenship Amendment Act passed in the 11th December 2019. Next, Rajya Sabha has equal powers with Lok Sabha in. Answer: Rajya Sabha has equal powers with Lok Sabha in amending the constitution. Next, question number 4. The citizens of India do not have which one of the following fundamental rights? Answer: right to acquire, hold and dispose of property is not a fundamental right of citizen of India. Next, a money bill passed by the Lok Sabha can be held by Rajya Sabha for how many weeks? Answer: for 2 weeks or 14 days. Next, constitutional safeguards available to civil servants are ensured by. Answer: are ensured by Article 311. Next, a writ issued to secure the release of a person found to be detained illegally is. Answer: habeas corpus. Next, who among the following was the Chief Justice of India when public interest litigation was introduced in the Indian Judicial System? Answer: P.N. Bhagwati. Next, the National Commission for Women was created by. Answer: the National Commission for Women was created by an act passed by the Parliament. Next, Rajasthan is the first state to implement which one of the following act to redress public grievances? Answer: Right to Hearing Act. Next, the chairman of Joint Public Service Commission for 2 or more states is appointed by. Answer: is appointed by the President of India. Next, right to vote and to be elected in India is a. Answer: right to vote and to be elected in India is a constitutional right. Next, the appointment of Lokayukta at the state level was first recommended by. Answer: was first recommended by the Administrative Reforms Commission of India. Next, the Finance Commission consists of. Answer: the Finance Commission consists of the chairman and 4 other members. Next, which part of the Constitution of India declares ideal of welfare states? Answer: directive principles of state policy. Next, the term of the members of a state public service commission is of. Answer: is of 6 years. Next, who nominates the chairman of Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament? Answer: the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Next, the Constitution of India has borrowed its federal scheme of Union of States from which country? Answer: from Canada. Next, the executive power of the state is vested with. Answer: the executive power of the state is vested with the governor of the state. Next, the power of President of India to issue an ordinance is a. Answer: is a legislative power. Next, the salary and allowances of the governor are charged to answer consolidated fund of the state. Next, which one of the following legislative house can be abolished? Answer Vidhan Parishad. Next, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India can be removed from his office in like manner as answer as Judge of the Supreme Court. Next, the procedure of impeachment of the President of India is answer the procedure of impeachment of the President of India is quasi-judicial procedure. Next, who is the principal channel of communication between the President and Council of Ministers? Answer the Prime Minister. Next, for election to the Lok Sabha, a nomination paper can be filed by answer for election to the Lok Sabha, a nomination paper can be filed by any citizen of India whose name appears in the electoral roll of a constituency. Next, who among the following does not take oath of the office? Answer the Speaker of Lok Sabha does not take the oath of office. Next, who was the first woman to become a Chief Election Commissioner of India? Answer B.S. Ramadevi. Next, chairperson and members of the State Human Rights Commission are appointed by answer chairperson and members of the State Human Rights Commission are appointed by the governor. Next, according to Indian Constitution, the state legislatures elect the answer according to Indian Constitution, the state legislature elects the members of Rajya Sabha. Next, a change in distribution of powers between the center and the states can be done by answer can be done by amending the constitution. Next, the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court may be enlarged by answer the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court may be enlarged by the Parliament by law. Next, the Legislative Council in a state can be abolished by the Parliament on the recommendation of answer on the recommendation of the State Legislative Assembly. Next, decisions regarding disqualification of members of Lok Sabha are taken by the answer decisions regarding the disqualification of members of Lok Sabha are taken by the Speaker. Next, disputes between the states in India comes to the Supreme Court under its answer under its original jurisdiction. Next, which of the following act introduced the bicameral legislature at the central level in India? Answer the Government of India Act 1935. Next, Rajya Sabha can withhold money bill for a period of answer Rajya Sabha can withhold money bill for a period of 14 days. Next, which one of the following sets of bills is presented to the Parliament along with the budget? Answer the Finance Bill and Appropriation Bill. Next, which is the largest committee of the Indian Parliament? Answer Estimates Committee is the largest committee of the Indian Parliament. Next, the Gandhian principles or philosophy have been enumerated in the answer have been enumerated in the Directive Principles of State Policy. Next, the tenure of the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission is answer is 5 years. Next, the unlawful detention of a person is questioned by the writ of Answer by the writ of habeas corpus. Next, which one of the following was the first state to establish institution of the Lokayukta in India? Answer Maharashtra. Next, who is the first Lokpal of our country? Answer Justice Pinaki Chandra Ghosh is the first Lokpal of our country. Next, who among the following has the power to issue ordinances under Article 129? Answer the President of India. Next, writs can be issued for the enforcement of fundamental rights by. Answer by both Supreme Court as well as the High Courts. Next, fundamental duties were incorporated in the Constitution on the recommendation of. Answer on the recommendation of Soran Singh Committee. Next, Hindi in Devanagari script is the official language of the Union according to which article of the Indian Constitution? Answer according to the Article 343. Next, which is the oldest High Court established in India in 1862? Answer the Kolkata High Court. Next, which amendment introduced a national goods and services tax in India from July 2017? Answer 101st Amendment Act. Like, share and subscribe the channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.